Well, Regal did another Monday mystery movie where no one knows what the movie is gonna be until it starts. And regardless of what it turns out to be, it is still fun looking at the clues. I thought it was gonna be the Fabelmans. Most people there thought it was gonna be the Fabelmans. People online thought it was gonna be the Fabelmans. I had reasons for thinking this too. It was playing in the RPX theater, the runtime listed is the same runtime for the Spielberg movie, it looks like a crowd pleaser, it comes to select cities this weekend. Surely it has to be that. But then when the movie started, and the Christmas ghosts are haunting a grumpy woman named Karen, and the ghost of Christmas Future is voiced by Tracy Morgan, then Will Ferrell comes in and starts singing about mean tweets, I thought, this isn't the Spielberg movie. Laura didn't want to take the gamble on what the movie was gonna be, so she stayed home, and when it started, I texted her like, it's some Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell Christmas movie. She writes back, ha 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 ha, or wait, is it 2.5 hours long? I go, no, Regal put down the incorrect time. Also, it's a musical. Then she writes, ha 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 ha, have fun! So the important thing is, Laura had a nice, comfortable night at home. So yeah, like with the last Regal mystery movie, this is one I never got a trailer for, but at least it had an opening credits sequence so I knew what it was called. And also, not gonna lie, I kinda like this movie. Ringing in the season with that endorsement. Yeah, the movie is another version of A Christmas Carol, where this time it's a sleazy PR guy played by Ryan Reynolds who gets haunted. And it's not easy to do an adaptation of A Christmas Carol and make it feel fresh, but this movie does it. What the movie does that's clever is that it's equal parts about the guy getting haunted and also behind the scenes of what goes into the ghosts choosing their mark. The ghosts' offices are run like it's a magical TV studio. They spend a year studying the person, and then sets are built to recreate their past. They cue in flashbacks like it's scenes from a movie, and when one doesn't work, they'll add in a quote deleted scene. Will Ferrell gets in trouble for going off script. There's an anachronism in one of the flashbacks, so they have to point out that they have a product tie-in. It's sort of like Scrooged if Bill Murray was being haunted by the actors from the live TV show he was producing. I'm sure that is a big source of inspiration, because the movie itself even references Scrooged. It has little moments that work. I like the friendship between Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell, who plays the ghost of Christmas Present. I like the spin they have on this story, and the reveal of Will Ferrell's backstory, and how he also has lessons that need to be learned. Some of it even works as a rom-com, as Ferrell strikes up a bond with Reynolds' assistant played by Octavia Spencer. Reynolds even starts having a flirtation with the ghost of Christmas Past. So overall, I liked the movie, but it's also kind of a mess, and there's a lot that really doesn't work. The first half hour of it is honestly very unfocused and kind of obnoxious. Yeah, the movie is a musical, and for the first half I kept thinking, I'm not sure this really needs to be a musical. It overloads hardcore on the songs in the first act. It's like every 5 minutes. The songs were going in one ear and out the other because I couldn't process them before another one would start. They do a lot of meta jokes too, like, oh, another musical number, huh? Except that doesn't work when the musical numbers actually are a big problem with this. But then after the first act, they settle their ass down. Characters in the first part, who are a little annoying, take a back seat. It's really a while before another musical number happens, and when it does, it's the best scene in the movie. When they go back to the 1800s for a song called Good Afternoon, it's very catchy, and there's a lot of funny gags in it. They're basically going around the town messing with people, to the point to where they even set a man on fire at one point. The movie actually isn't afraid to get a little messed up sometimes. So I'm not saying this completely shouldn't be a musical, but if they cut like half of the songs, it would make this a much, much, much tighter film. There's some moments where it gets serious and it works, like flashbacks that are extremely dramatic, and they're played that way. Then one scene gets super dark, where in the future, he finds out that a kid he started a cyberbullying campaign against commits suicide. On the one hand, I admire the movie for getting that dark, but on the other, it's tonally weird where in the very next scene, the ghost of Christmas Future grabs Ryan Reynolds' crotch and throws him and says, "You've been Christmas caroled, bitch!" Plus, there's a part in the climax where the movie is pretty much over. We're done here. Let's pack up and go home. Oh, but wait, we're gonna throw in another predicament in the last minute to make it go on for a few more scenes. I'm partially okay with this because the ending of this movie is so goddamn insane that I respect the balls on it, even if it does leave several unanswered questions. Like I said, when it works, it works. I'll give it a B-. With its flaws, you might be better off watching it on streaming than paying theater prices, which it is a streaming movie anyway. It's an Apple original, and so was the last Regal mystery movie. Spirited is better than that one. And I love the concept of the Regal mystery movie, and I'll absolutely keep doing it, but if they're all just gonna end up being Apple movies, that kinda takes the fun out of guessing a little. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to check out our recent review on the paranormal skydiver movie Hex, and we'll see you next time.